Guys, write this down. Everybody got notes? I'm not going to explain to you and go over the technique. We're going to do a little bit of role playing, but I want you guys to understand the psychology of why these things work, okay? Because if you don't understand exactly why we do these steps in order and why we ask you to do it this way, then you're going to want to try and reinvent the wheel, and you're going to think that you have a shorter, faster method to get the same results. All this shit is in the setup. The setup is everything, okay? What is a punchline without the setup? There's no joke, right? The setup is everything. So when I do this 5-minute call, which really, let's call that, we've named it a 5-minute call, but that really needs to be a 2-minute call. Because 5 minutes, they could actually get pretty far down the road. This needs to be like as soon as they're pulling out of the driveway, okay? You take this scenario. Here's a scenario. Unsold showroom traffic is what that stands for. You got somebody that drove 30 minutes to get here. They let you pull their credit. They're a 730 score, right? Drove from Clovis, drove from Visalia. Knew what they came to see. They already knew the vehicle. They knew the stock number. They knew it was here. But they got to think about it. Something doesn't add up, right or not? Something's not right. People just don't do that, okay? If you have good credit, you protect that shit, right? I would rather give one of my stepkids the down payment than I would ever co-sign. You need 3-4 grand, sure. Co-sign, fuck no. You protect your credit, right or not? Yeah. So people don't let you run it for the hell of it. Okay, so if I got somebody that drove 30 minutes here, let me pull their credit and tells me I got to go think about it and I can't figure out what's going on and then they leave, something went wrong. There's a white lie somewhere in there that they don't know how to back out of. Maybe in the moment, they said something that they don't know how to retract. That's usually what it is. Usually they commit to something that they don't know how to pull back. They don't know how to save face. Maybe in conversation, you bumped them $100 and they went to $500 a month, but really their budget was $400 and that's what they talked about. And somewhere along the line, the ether wore off and wife gives the husband an eye that we're not doing this. And all of a sudden they got to think about it. Here's the sad part. If I don't make that call, they're going to go straight to my competitor. And it's going to be the easiest fucking car deal they ever seen. They're going to go right in. They're going to go, I don't need to drive it. I just left Toyota Selma. I know the car. If you can get me to $400 a month, I'll buy the thing right now. And it's going to be the easiest car deal our competitors ever made, right? And they still won't tell you the truth, unfortunately. When you call them, they're going to say, hey, I just stopped by Clovis on the way home just to look. They made me a better deal, so I bought it. Thanks, though, man. I mean, you were great. They still won't tell you the truth, right? So when I make that 5-minute call, here's the psychology. I want the fucking truth. That's what I want. I want the truth. So I'm going to guilt them into giving me the truth. That's the only way I can do it. And the only person that this works with is the salesperson. You're the only one that they have any obligation to. Your manager can't make this call. They don't care about your closer. They don't care about the sales manager. Okay, so when I make that call, I'm going to say, Oscar, hey, this is Curtis from Toyota Selma. I know you just left here. Something is bothering me really bad right now. Can I talk to you for a second? Sure. Okay. I think you came here today with the intention of buying a car, and I feel like I messed this experience up for you. Could you tell me what I did wrong?
No, it wasn't you. It was just, I think the payment was a little too high.
And normally they won't come out that quickly. The most common response, I know Gurdeep makes this call a lot, the most common response is going to be, no, Curtis, you were fine, you were perfect, you were perfect. You were the best salesman we worked with so far. And then I have to double down on it again. I'll say, Oscar, I have another customer coming from the same distance today. I got an appointment at 4 o'clock, and I don't want to repeat the same mistake. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. Would you let me know what went wrong so I don't repeat this mistake to my next customer? And then, hopefully, I get the real answer. And that sentence almost always starts like this. Curtis, it wasn't you. The truth is this how it goes, Gurdeep? They go, the truth is, 400 is the most I can do. Right? But it's a 2-stage right there. It's a setup. I got to double down. They almost never give it up to me in the first one. They'll just say, Curtis, you were great. You did nothing wrong. We just got to think about it. And then I got to double down. Okay? I got to pour it on as if I'm really bothered. Okay? Oscar, I understand that I have somebody else coming from the same distance today. They're going to drive 30 minutes to see me. And the last thing I want to do is make the same mistake twice. Would you tell me exactly what I did wrong so I don't repeat this to my next customer? What stopped you from moving forward?
No, you were perfect. I just don't think I was ready to do something today.
And I got to dig it out of them, guys. I got to dig it out of them, okay? You can only make this call once. So there's a couple things that salesmen do wrong even when they make this call, okay? One, you only got one shot to make this call. So I am gonna pour it on until I get the fucking answer. If he keeps telling me, no, I just need to think about it, I'm gonna dig harder. I'm gonna dig harder. If I gotta fucking cry on the phone, then that's what I'm gonna do. Because I could do it hard enough to where I'll actually shed a fucking tear. And then they feel that through the phone. Okay, Oscar, I don't believe that, brother. You're a 730 score. You let me run your credit. You're now a 729. I dropped you a point. I know you didn't drive 30 minutes to let me run your credit and damage your credit for the hell of it. Something went wrong, and I do not want to repeat this again. I can't do this to another customer that's going to drive 30 minutes, give me their time, let me run their credit. Something went wrong. I messed something up. Would you tell me what happened?
I think you were great. I just need a little bit of time to.
You motherfucker. I'm gonna keep digging though, guys. You got it. You got one shot. You got one shot. You got to keep digging until I get the answer that says the truth is. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Okay. What I can't do is call them and repeat the same thing that they were in the booth with. That's what a lot of us do. We'll call them. Hey, if I got you to the 500, I mean, would you? I asked them that 50 times while they're here. That answer is programmed. That's not going to change. I got to pour on the guilt. I got to touch that emotion is what has to happen. I got to make them feel like I am really feeling like shit for wasting their time, for damaging their credit, for having them driving 30 minutes here, 30 minutes back, not accomplishing their goal. This is bothering me and I do not want to repeat this mistake. Would you tell me what I did wrong? I got to tap into that emotion so I get that truth. The truth is, we don't have the down payment for a month. Whatever the answer is, then I turn them around. Oscar, is that the only thing? It was just a down payment?
Yes, it was.
Do me a favor. Turn around right now. Hop off the next exit. I got to get to this quick. Because if I let them go too far, if I wait 15 minutes and they're closer to home than the dealership, then I'm going to get, well, we're going to go back out next Saturday or something like that. I'm going to get a postponed time. This is why this got to be fast. They got to go straight to the fucking point quick. Because I can only let them get about 4 or 5 minutes down the road. And then I got to say, do me a favor. Get off the next exit right now. I'm going to go talk to my manager. I'm going to have this worked out before you get back. I'm going to make sure you get to drive home in the car you came to get today. Hop off the next exit. I'll see you. How long will it take you to get back? 5 minutes?
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
I'll see you in 5 minutes. Meet me out front. Don't give them an option to say no. And you got to get excited about it. That's what's going to get them excited. Okay? But here's the thing, guys. If you don't make this fucking call, they're going to stop by a dealership on the way home. And they're going to tell them the exact truth. It's going to be the easiest fucking car deal they ever made. They're going to get straight to the point because they don't want to waste their time again. And then they're going to tell you that they got a better deal.